security pillar in AWS Well Architected Framework. Let's learn more about it in this video. As part of AWS Well Architected Framework, there are 5 pillars: operational excellence, reliability, cost optimization, performance efficiency, and last but not the least, security. As part of this video, we will be discussing more about the security pillar. As the name suggests, the security pillar focuses on protecting our information, our assets, and the whole system that we have created. And while providing security, we have to make sure that we are providing business value through proper risk assessment and mitigation strategies. There are certain design principles that you need to keep in mind in order to have a secure AWS configuration. The first one is implement a strong identity foundation. What that means is that you need to make sure that your authentication, your authorization, all these are in proper place. Make sure you are following the principle of least privilege. You are following proper separation of duties. You are making sure that each entity and each resource has only the things, only the privileges that it really needs and nothing extra. And lastly, try to reduce or, if possible, completely eliminate your dependency on long-term credentials. The second design principle is enable traceability. What that refers to is that you should have proper monitoring, auditing, and alerting system in place so that if there is any configuration changes or anything that is happening in your system, you get properly alerted, you get notified in real time, and plus, if possible, if it can be mitigated automatically, make sure you can do that. The third design principle is apply security at all layers. What that refers to is that you apply security not just at the outermost layer. You apply more of a security in-depth approach so that even if somebody is able to get through the outermost layer, they are blocked by other layers internally. The examples include like having proper security at your edge layer, at VPC, at subnet, at operating system level, at the application level, and so on. The fourth design principle is automate security best practices. Automated security mechanisms help you scale more rapidly and cost effectively in terms of your security mechanisms. If you have secure architectures, security templates, proper processes in place, that's what this principle is referring to. The fifth design principle is protect the data in transit and at rest. As the name suggests, you should protect your data while it is at rest, that is in the storage, as well as while it is in transit, like it is part of some packet, some network packet, while it is getting transported from one place to another. You need to make sure that you have proper encryption and authorization mechanisms that we discussed earlier in place, and plus the sensitivity of the data. Like if the data is supposed to be super sensitive, like PII information or things like that, like social security numbers, then you have to make sure that you have extra mechanisms in place. Whereas other information which is supposed to be like less secure, then you have proper classification mechanism for each of those data. The sixth design principle is keep people away from data. What this principle is referring to is see if you can somehow avoid manual processing of data. Like somebody has to go and manually change the data, that is something that needs to be avoided. If you have proper tools and mechanisms in place so that if somebody needs to access the data, this is the only way that they can access it, or if somebody needs to interact with the data, change the data, then these are proper ways through which they can do it, not just simply run those things directly in the database or in the storage, like directly doing that. That is something that needs to be avoided. That's what this principle is referring to. And now the seventh principle. The seventh principle says that prepare for security events. As the name suggests, this principle is to make sure that you are ready in case of a security incident. Make sure that you have proper mechanisms in place. You have a proper plan of action if in case a security incident happens. See if you can run a simulation that, okay, such an attack has happened. What are you supposed to do? How can you detect it? How can you mitigate it? How can you recover from it ASAP? That's what this principle is referring to. So these were the 7 design principles of the AWS Well Architected Framework's security pillar. I hope you like this video. I will be delving deeper into further each of these topics and how to implement each of those things in real life in an AWS configuration in future videos. So please do not forget to subscribe. See you soon.